Yo guys, what's going on? LifeOfRio here, and I just want to talk to you guys about what everybody's been tagging me about. Now, people's been tagging me in this for a few days now. I've been trying to ignore it, but actually when I seen it, just so many people talking about it, I'm like, okay, what is going on? And it's about people on the forums trying to get stealth nerfed. Now, when I say stealth nerfed, they want the stealth multiplier to be nerfed on stealth frames. They feeling like the stealth multiplier is giving stealth frames too much of an advantage over regular frames, the frames that cannot go stealth, even though Naruman is in the game. But we're gonna exit that right now. We're not gonna, but let's pretend Naruman isn't in the game, right? And it's just stealth frames versus regular frames. I honestly don't see the problem. And what they're complaining about on the forums as of now, and what they're trying to push to be nerfed, is for the 8 times multiplier on the frames of when they go stealth with the damage that they get. But you got to understand, when you're stealth, if your body, they've changed it a lot of times, if your body even touches the enemy, you lose it, you lose that stealth multiplier. So I don't really understand what they're talking about, and it only really works on the first initial hit of when you start out in stealth and when you hit that enemy. So I don't know why they're pushing for these things. And honestly, why even mess with stealth if you don't want to worry about the stealth multiplier, if you don't want to worry about anything like that? Don't use a stealth frame. God, it's only 3 stealth frames in the game if I'm not wrong. It's Octavia, oh yeah, right, Octavia, Loki, Ashe, and Ivar. So it's 4 now. So with those frames, why are you so, it's 4 out of 33 frames with the upcoming Harrow. Why is that even bothering you? And I don't understand why people are pushing for certain things to be nerfed, because honestly, it doesn't make any kind of sense. Like I've said, I wasn't trying to talk about it, but it actually became like a really big thing on the forums, and a lot of people were talking about it, and it brought its way to my Discord. And so I'm just like, okay. But on top of this, let me give you just some quick insight on what this guy says. He says, invisibility is broken. You can't die unless you do something stupid, which is not an easy feat to accomplish. And it says you're basically invisible the entire mission, and you can't be targeted by any enemies. The problem with invisibility is that it mainly applies to players with no kind of sense. So the thing about this one being said, and that's just a lot of people, that was talking to me in the Discord as well, they said that the silence mechanic and things with it should be changed. They feel like once you do an action, once you provide an action or do an attack or whatever the case is, something in that nature, you should lose your stealth ability. Now, to me, I personally don't see why you should lose your stealth ability. Now, a lot of things that I've noticed in Warframe is that a lot of players tend to take core mechanics from other games that seem more realistic and try to put it in Warframe standards. So I honestly don't see the point of even doing that. I mean, once you got Limbo and you got Octavia dancing frame with ninjas in space, that kind of threw everything else out the window. So I don't know what they're pushing for right there. But the simple fact is, this is what I want to get out of this, is that when it comes to things like this, when you're asking for things like this on the forums, when you keep pushing for it, and for some reason these people actually build up a player base of people on the forums to actually agree to this, and then the devs are the main people that read the forums. Like, they have people that go over the forums all the time, so these things come up in conversations. Now the thing about this is that if these conversations come up enough, then things like this do eventually get nerfed, or things like this do eventually get tweaked or hotfixed to where they get stealth nerfed to where you don't even notice it, and then it becomes kind of annoying. The game, the general consensus of the game as of right now is in a decent spot, but if we keep asking for nerfs on things that are not at the top of the food chain, then we miss out on opportunities of them actually working on things that are actually important. And that's just the thing. I don't get why some of these players actually even complain about things like this. They're saying that it should completely be a 2 times multiplier instead of an 8. Now the multiplier it's been a 4 before, then they changed it to an 8. I know on one occasion it was a 6, but you want it to be a 2. Like, the longer the game progresses to be out, and the longer the game stays out, period, the enemies and the content that you're going to be doing is stronger, and you want to nerf the damage. I don't understand why people even ask for damage nerfs in a PvE game. Now I know that there's people that's subjected to feeling completely different about that, saying it's a PvE game so it doesn't mean everything should be broken. No, it's a PvE game. That means that you have completely different options, that no one is forcing you to actually use these things or do these things. So if your friend or somebody that you've seen who's doing it, I've noticed that in Warframe that a lot of people tend to get really, like, you know, emotional and take it upon themselves to, I don't like how that guy was killing things. And I'm just like, what in the world is going on? But let me know you guys' opinion in the comment section. It's just been something that's really annoying, and I don't know why stealth is even bothering you. Stealth actually needs to be fixed in a better regard anyway, to where they need to add the multipliers back on silent enemies, because there's some silent enemies that actually don't take the full-on stealth multipliers, and I've never understood that because Warframe has been messing around with it. But like I said, be careful what you ask for on certain things, because when you ask for nerfs and you have people that just push in to get things nerfed, it makes literally no sense to me. But let me know what you guys feel in the comment section. Be sure to give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed. If you would like to join the Discord, link is in the description, guys. Like I said, I got a huge amount of stuff coming up. Remember, huge listen, I'm beyond excited for Injustice 2, guys. I will be at live tournaments. I hope that you guys check it out. My streams will be impactful with that game, so it's going to be a lot of things going on, a lot of professional play, and I hope to see you guys there. So as always, thank you guys so much for the love and support, and I will catch you guys later.